High school. Throughout those 4 years, I was involved. I focused on school. I did sports. I did extracurriculars. I did it all. But my sole mission was to get into a decent college, and I did. But now I'm having second thoughts. What I have here in this bundle of papers is my withdrawal notice. If I turn this in to the office of UCLA, that means I can withdraw from my attendance here at UCLA and never come back if I so please, a free bird if you will. But today I'm going to be asking students what their thoughts are, if this is a logical, smart, rational decision, and that may impact my decision. We'll see what happens. So I decided to ask other UCLA students. Smart decision or no?
I'm gonna say no.
Don't do it. What year are you?
First year.
Don't do it.
Here I have my withdrawal forms. Do I drop out of college or no?
I don't think you should.
You have your whole life in front of your hands.
What is like 3 years?
But I think you need some sort of degree in education to be looked upon highly by other people.
Why not?
Just because I almost thought about it myself.
Okay.
But I decided to come back for the quarter, and I'm actually really glad I did.
So you left and came back?
Yeah, I withdrew.
What made
from
you
the
come
quarter.
back?
Just wanting to finish.
I think by going to college and getting a reasonable education,
Sure.
it just allows you to engage in effective communication with other human beings.
Like it might
Sure,
be
potential
time and
earnings.
money efficient to
Yeah.
in the long term.
That's fair. But at the end of the day, I listened to this guy right here. Waste of time?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. You can
You
teach
serious?
yourself all this shit.
I believe it. Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm truly
But you
interested.
need to have an idea of what you're gonna do. If you're just gonna sit at home and like,
No,
play
not at all.
games, then don't drop out.
So I just dropped out of UCLA. And what that really means is that I turned in this withdrawal paper, which basically allows me to disenroll from all of my courses, and I'm no longer going to school here for the rest of this quarter. But the way I structured this withdrawal allows me to come back to UCLA whenever I want in the future. And after talking to roughly 20 to 30 people, fellow Bruins, professors, counselors, you name it, I spoke to a lot of people and asked them really why they were going to school, what the value of the degree was to them, what the value of education was to them, and this is what I concluded. Basically, guys, I worked my ass off in school throughout my entire life. I was always incredibly academically driven, and I was always very interested and motivated by school. And one of my main motivations throughout that entire process was to get into a decent college. UCLA is a good school. But throughout the last year or so, my perspective on school and on life has shifted quite a bit. When I came to school, my only goal in getting into a decent school, or going to school for that matter, was to attain a degree. And personally, I'm very interested in economics and finance, but at the end of the day, I know that if I were to attain a degree in business economics, which is what I'm currently pursuing, I would not leverage that degree to go work for someone else or go on Wall Street. I'm much more interested in pursuing something more entrepreneurial and starting a business of my own in some fashion. So here's my rationale as to why I don't really think college is the best choice for me right now, nor do I think it'll bring a lot of value to me in my situation currently or in the future. I don't see myself working for anyone else. My goal is to become an entrepreneur of some fashion, and at the end of the day, to work for myself. I have no real intention of climbing any corporate ladder, so my first point really is I probably wouldn't use the degree to get a job because I'm really interested in creating a job for myself. So I wouldn't really use the degree to make money. In fact, it would just cost me money. And secondly, guys, probably the more important points in me not wanting to go to school is that I'm not happy really at school at all. Not to be pessimistic, but I kind of do hate my life here at UCLA. The school's nice, the area's nice, but I don't enjoy myself here. I don't enjoy partaking in the academics of it all, and I don't enjoy the way in which UCLA is structured. That obligates me to go through 2 years of general education, which is basically high school 2.0 from my perspective, to pursue a degree in finance that I know I'm interested in. General education seems to make sense for someone who doesn't know what they're interested in, but I have a pretty strong inclination as to what I want to do in the future, so I don't understand why I have to go through this 2 years of BS, really. And really, I'm not very social here, guys. I get my homework done, I try to pass my classes, I spend a lot of my time making videos, brainstorming new videos, and a lot of my other time investing, and really just everything else but school. But I still have to pass my classes if I'm going to be in school. So I really feel like I'm half-assing school. If I go to class, I'll end up falling asleep, and really I'm not engaged here. My mind is elsewhere. I have no interest in really what I'm doing here, no passion at all. And I do have passion and a ton of interests and energy and vigor and life for everything else but school. Not only will this degree not further my job or career aspirations in the future, but I kind of hate my time being here and going to classes for that matter. And thirdly, one of the most important points I think is that a lot of people think that education and school go hand in hand and that the two of them can't independently exist from one another. And from a lot of people that I spoke to, the reason for going to school was to become a more enlightened individual, whatever that means, or to get a job, or to just be a more intelligent person. And I really don't think that's a valid argument in that information is available to me at any given moment within my pocket. The information is ubiquitous. It's available at any given time on the internet, whenever I want it, however I want it. That's not the value proposition of school. Not only could I learn everything I'm learning at school on the internet, but I could do it for free. And a lot of people don't really consider that going into debt for the sake of going to college to get a job doesn't really make sense. Going $30,000 to $100,000 in debt for the hopes of using a degree that may help you get a job just doesn't make sense to me. And at the root of it all, guys, I don't think I need college to get where I want to be in life. I don't think for me in my very specific particular situation is a necessary component to get where I want to be in life. Throughout my life, I've been a pretty resourceful individual. I feel very confident that I'll be able to continue to make money in life, whether I have a degree or not. I feel very confident that I'll be able to educate myself, whether I have a degree or not. And I feel very confident that I'll wake up in the morning much happier than I would be if I still was in college. A lot of you might be thinking that YouTube obviously has a large role in this decision, but at the end of the day, I was always considering not going to college when I was accepted into UCLA. The entire idea of it has always given me mixed feelings. Ever since I've applied to college, if you ask my friends, I've always really second guessed the idea of whether or not people our age need to go to college for that matter. And I've always wondered if it really is necessary to go to school. And from what I've been able to accomplish outside of college and from what I've been able to reap from my time spent elsewhere, not academically, I really think there's infinite opportunity for anyone out there, whether they go to college or not. In reality, if you're going to be successful at whatever you do, it won't be because you have a degree. It'll be because of your own ingenuity. It'll be because you have the qualities that will allow you to be successful. The degree doesn't give you the qualities necessary to become whatever you're aspiring to become. And as you saw, the majority of the people I spoke to that I asked whether or not I should drop out, they all told me no for the most part. Everyone I know or I've interacted with doesn't necessarily think I'm making the best decision, although they generally support whatever I think is best. Obviously, I'm making a decision that will set me down on a path in the road of life. I'm basically forking the road right now by making this decision. There's going to be an alternate universe that forms, right, where I went to college and one where I didn't. Metaphorically, of course. I can only hope that this version of Tyler that doesn't choose to go to college lives a happier life than the one that did. And also, life's short. Not happy in this situation. I'm happy not being in it. And yeah, guys, this video is by no means designed to persuade anyone to not pursuing a higher education. For many people I know, this experience in college has been awesome, something they would never trade for anything else. And I've spoken to a lot of people who give a lot of value to what they've received at college. For me though, these last 4 months at college hasn't really been a good fit. And one thing I will believe though is that it's not necessarily meant for everyone. And in this case, I don't think it was meant for me. So once again, this is by no means designed to persuade you to drop out of college because I did, whatever that might be, right? I'm just kind of trying to give you my rationale as to why I so decided to leave and why I think it's a reasonable decision on my end, given my very specific scenario, and to give you guys some context as to how this entire YouTube fiasco plays out in the future. I mean, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get roasted in the comment section for making a bad decision. Some people might praise me for making a good decision. I don't think there is a right or wrong decision in this case, but I have faith in myself as a person. I'm excited at the idea of really being the master of my own fate and dictating where my life goes at this point. Really, for a lot of people, I think college is kind of a 4-year insurance policy on life, and it gives them an extra 4-year cushion really to figure things out. But I think I have a pretty clear direction of where I want to go, and obviously that direction includes YouTube, many other things in the future, and not school. And hopefully you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from. I just hope you know that I don't know the answers to everything, obviously. Am I making the correct decision? I don't know. But it definitely is the decision I want to make, and it's the decision I feel best about. I have no regrets. Says the guy who has regrets. When I turned that paper in, it brought a smile to my face, gave me an array of hope in life, and I really do feel free. I really did take a whiff of freedom once I walked out those doors. So, wish me luck, guys. Welcome to my post-production toilet talk, and after watching all of the footage, I have a few thoughts. If I become a homeless bum with no ambition, dreams, or drive, then let me take that L. If I take that L, I'm pretty confident that won't destroy my life or materially alter it for the worse, and I'm very confident that I can make this work. So for those of you guys who think this is a very stupid decision, please feel free to express that in the comment section, because I'm very curious as to your guys' thoughts regarding this situation. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna make it work, and if I don't, I took an L and I move on. Very simple. Life's short. Wish me luck, guys. Here were my roommates' thoughts. This is my roommate Jalen, everyone. This is one of my final days here at UCLA, and as you know, I just sent in my withdrawal forms. What are your thoughts, Jalen? Good or bad decision?
Ultimately, it's like up to you.
Yeah?
Good, yeah.
Could be good, could be bad?
Could be good, could be bad.
Okay, so it's up to me to make the best out of my fate here.
Yeah.
Respect. This is Francesco, my other roommate. What are your thoughts? Good or bad decision that I'm withdrawing?
Knowing your ambition and everything that like you got planned, I think it's a good decision, bro. 100%.
What's up, guys? You visiting UCLA?
That's right.
Okay. You know what I have in my hands right now?
Oh, what do you got?
The withdrawal notice. I just What are your guys' thoughts? Good decision.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, wish me luck, guys. Yeah.